Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon everybody, and welcome back to the Nico Hulkenberg career mode. I hope we're all doing very, very well. Back this weekend, only one race today I'm afraid, because I've been a bit busy earlier on this afternoon, but I hope we're all doing very well. We've got Man United, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, Dart, Bradson, Smurf, La Hangman. I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. Bradson immediately coming in with one bit. I can't wait for the stream to crash. You absolute monster. You lot just want to see me fail, don't you? And it is such a shame to see. I hope you're all doing very well, though. I'm just going to double check everything's working as it should be on all the various social media platforms. I'm looking forward to this one. Hulkenberg obviously back. It's going to be hopefully a pretty good race. But it is Monza, so the AI can be quite OP here. We'll wait and see about that one. Welcome on in, America's Drunk and GMG. I hope you're both doing very, very well. I saw someone commenting Princess Daisy yesterday on TikTok. I don't really get that. Is that like a meme or something? Am I too old to understand kind of what's going on in the world? I believe you can get F125 on sale at the moment for fairly cheap. Like, you could probably pick it up for less than 30 quid, I would have thought. I am an old man. I am a very old man. Hey, welcome in, Nicky. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Oh. Yes, so unfortunately, earlier on today, I was having to... Well, I was sort of helping my dad out. Basically, so the downstairs bathroom, obviously, when we bought the house, was completely undecorated or anything like that. They said don't do anything with it for at least, well, they actually said a year, but 6 months to a year. So Matt212 basically decided, or she'd already planned it out at the start of December, the downstairs bathroom was going to get sorted. So I didn't know if he was going to be quite noisy with stuff, so I thought it'd be easier just to do one race today. And then obviously we'll do, round 17, which would be Baku at some point in the near future as well. Yeah, Helmut Marko, finally gone. Stepping down. 83 years old, I think, to retire is pretty good going, though. So, there's not much credit I will give Helmut Marko, but, he's stuck around. Maybe to Red Bull's detriment more than to their benefit in the last couple of years. But, yeah, we'll wait and see. Matt212 sadly isn't here anymore. He went home a little while ago. And then I just had to edit some stuff. Ready for the next couple of days. No, so I just helped him sort out a couple of bits, kind of where Matt212 wanted stuff going, and then I edited some bits and pieces. So I didn't help much, but I kind of pointed in where stuff was, all that kind of thing. So I mean, it is Monza today. It should be a pretty quick race. It could be a race where we get like a mechanical failure and things like that as well. So I mean, every race can be a race where we get mechanical failure. So I want to try and get on with this. We'll try and smash it out. Bourbons or custard creams? Custard creams, absolutely every single day of the week. Bourbons are a bit naff. Custard creams, they are elite tier biscuits, and I will not hear otherwise. Bourbon to dip my custard creams in. Good heavens. I don't mind that Lando won the championship. I personally was rooting for Oscar, but I don't mind that Lando won it. I think McLaren made a bigger hash out of it than they probably ever needed to, but that's kind of the way they wanted to do things. Kimi didn't let Lando buy in Qatar. And even if he did, and you go, oh, well, Max would have won it with that 2-point swing, Oscar would have just let Lando buy in Abu Dhabi, and then it would have made no difference whatsoever. So it's all kind of just ridiculous to kind of try and speculate, isn't it? There's so many kind of, oh, well, if this hadn't happened, this person would have won the championship. It doesn't make any difference come the end of the season. Like, you could make a strong argument that any of the three of them could have won the title. But that's just the way Formula 1 goes sometimes. Kimi didn't let him buy, he just made a mistake. Oh, we can do an upgrade. Wonderful. I want to do chassis upgrades, don't I? As many chassis upgrades as we can, which apparently is none at the moment. But we are meant to be getting the monocoque upgrade. There we go.
Mate, I'm pleased to say that our new parts have come through without any issue, so they'll be on the car, ready for the next race weekend.
Hey, there, what? We'll do that then. We'll do that. So, yeah, to be fair, this Sauber car now, Like I said, we're back ahead of Aston Martin now. We're ahead of Mercedes as well. So we're doing pretty well in terms of vehicle performance. We've got a strong car as we prepare ourselves for Season 2. Do you prefer driver careers or making your own driver? I like doing a bit of both, to be honest. I like mixing it up from time to time. Hey, welcome in, Ethan. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Right, we'll run the intro then, chat. I think people on Twitch have got some ads, so now's the perfect time to do it. Hello everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video, and welcome to round 16 of Season 1 of the F125 Nico Hulkenberg career mode. Yes, we return this weekend to the Temple of Speed and the Italian Grand Prix, of course. If you missed out on the video that went live a few days ago from Zandvoort, it was a bit of an interesting one. It didn't go that well for us. Unfortunately, the car was sketchy, I think is the way we're going to describe it. Hamilton rammed into us late on in the day, and unfortunately for the third time this year, we suffered a DNF there. The first one was a mechanical. The last two, though, have been mistakes on my half. So we're currently 15 points back from LH44 in the championship. We're currently 7th in the drivers, 5th in the constructors. We're looking pretty safe in both of those championship positions at the moment. Verstappen, 62 now clear of Charles Leclerc at the top of the table. McLaren, 37 clear of Red Bull. So they've got a bit of momentum in the Constructors' Championship as well. But 53 laps then here from the Temple of Speed. I think I want to make sure I've got some fresh components on the car, because horsepower is everything when you return to Monza. Right, I'll make sure I've basically got a fresh engine, or as close to a fresh engine as I possibly can in the wagon for this weekend, because I want to have horsepower. We need the ponies, chat. So we will go like that. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Let me just do that quickly. There we go. So, right, I think we're good. Hopefully it's not going to rain. If it rains, then I'm going to be a bit disappointed. Well, I'm slightly concerned what all the bits are now. Mods are on the rampage. Good lord. Oh, that's never reassuring. When they're turning against me, as they tend to. So Calstone. At the moment, Australia is the V2 update. As the videos go live, I will be updating all of the setups. Over the course of the next few weeks and months. So they're currently all on the V1 setups at the moment, but they will slowly update as we carry on. The Moser R5, a safe buy for a first wheel. Absolutely. Would recommend, Zeno. Very, very good wheel. Thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think we're good. We'll dive into practice. We'll see how we get on. Why am I seeing 3 of your screens in some sort of mobile view? What you want to do is click the little Matt212 logo at the bottom of your screen, and then head over to the kind of horizontal stream. It is up on YouTube as well, but I stream horizontal and vertical now. This is not with Alex Dunn. This is the Hulkenberg career mode. Rain is good sometimes on this game, but not at a track like Monza. You want a nice dry weekend around a track like this. Just because, again, the AI can be a little bit funky. Tyre wear might be quite difficult as well, but we'll wait and see as to how we get on. But you basically want to run...
I've had a chat with the R&D team about the new parts, and we're happy that they've been integrated into the car okay. With any luck, you'll be able to feel the improvement, so go and give them a try.
So I'm really hoping this weekend as well, the Sauber's going to be a little bit more forgiving than what we saw at Zandvoort. I mean, luckily this track there, I mean, apart from like a Scari, I guess there's the first chicane and the second chicane are quite slow. But apart from that, most of this track is fairly high speed. So we'll wait and see. God gives his strongest soldiers his hardest challenges. That's why he saddled us with. That is a good phrase. So for some reason today, I've already recorded one video on F125. Every time I load up this game, the wheel kind of feels slightly different. So apparently today I've just got a load of front end. Like it seems to be really, really responsive. I don't know if that's going to help us or hinder us here, but we'll wait and see. It's a bit funny. It's really odd to kind of describe, but basically the game will load up in one of two modes. And today I've got ridiculous front end mode, which is very, very useful at some circuits, but I just don't know if Monza is one of those. Nice. Got to be very careful with track limits as well here. This can be a brutal venue for penalties. All food for thought. Oh, you're watching that on a Fire TV stick? How weird. Turn my mic up. Why are we having so many mic issues at the moment? Is the game too loud now on thingy? We'll go like that. I'll turn the game... Oh, no, because I don't really want to do that, do I? Why are we having so many issues with the game at the moment? It's really, really annoying me. We'll go like that, I think. Hopefully that'll work. All I can hear is just bits being spammed in my ear. My mic is fine on Twitch, I know. But it seems to be quiet on TikTok. There you go. There's first track limits of the day. Audio is okay on Twitch. Wonderful. Is it better now on TikTok? I don't know, like I say, every single stream I do at the moment, audio seems to get broken somewhere. This is not Spa, this is Monster. There you go. First lap was purple anyway. I did have a mic cover, but a sock works better. I suppose I could buy like a full-on sponge one, but that seems to make things quite muffled. I'm kind of so used to the way the sock sounds now, that it'd be weird kind of trying to go for anything else. SpongeBob big guy pants. Sorry? The sock gets washed. The sock does get washed semi-regularly. Obviously, I don't ever wear the sock. I mean, it's not even my sock. It's Matt212's sock. So, yeah, it's just been commandeered. Let's try and set it. Nice and tight through those first couple of corners. Got to use a little bit of battery on corner exit. Just try and carry the momentum off the corner. I never watched SpongeBob SquarePants as a kid. We never had, I can't remember what program it was on, but we never had access to it. For some reason, when I was growing up, we genuinely had access to like 6 TV channels. I don't know why, but we didn't have most TV channels for literal years. So the only like kids TV we ever had was like CBBC. We didn't even have, what was it? Was it CITV? Which was like ITV's kids program. We didn't even have access to that for some reason. We just could never get the signal for it. Audio's fine over on YouTube as well. I think it's just TikTok being a bit funky today then. Oh, way down on the Delta. Okay, so I'm going to have to use a bit more battery next time around than that. Good. Right, try and carry as much speed as we can then. Just start into T1. Nice. Right, yeah, I'll try and use a bit more battery this time then. Just in a few places. Make sure that we've got the Delta up. I mean, this should in theory be a track where you should, and especially in Season 1, you should be able to get purple scores. Yeah, we have got to try and get as much R&D as we possibly can. As long as you just send it. Oh, there you go. Oh, man, that could. Oh, I remember Nev the bear. What was that? Bear behaving badly, wasn't it? I think. He was great. Yeah, we might have sent that one a bit too far that time. Let's say, as long as you just get a little bit, just use up splash on corner exit, and then don't do that. What football team do I follow? I don't really follow any football team. Forest Green Rovers is my local club, so, but I could not tell you where they are in the league or anything at the moment. I think they're doing quite well this year, but I honestly don't know. Carry the speed, carry the speed, carry the speed. There we go. That should be purple. See, look at that. Just how quickly times can change.
Okay, test
2 purples, Nick.
complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
I've got a puncture. Rear left, last lap at Jeddah. Rear left? What walls are you hitting at Jeddah to get a puncture on the rear left? I always struggle with the right-hand side tyres at Jeddah. My work system just crashed again. No, I don't... What, eh? Sorry, John? You know I own my own clothes, right? Like, I have my own clothes that I can wear and use. Everything like that. Matt212 and I don't share a wardrobe. Who's my favourite ever F1 driver? Probably Lewis. Gotta love my boy. Like I said, I wonder if, had Lewis not been in Formula 1, or maybe not had as a successful career, I think I would probably have still followed the sport, but maybe not as closely. You kind of think, obviously, because there were a couple of years where Lewis was the only Brit on the grid. And obviously now we're kind of getting quite a few Brits back into the sport again because, you know, a lot of them watched Hamilton growing up and things. So, I mean, the United Kingdom's always had a lot of Formula 1 drivers come through the pipeline, but I think we're in, you know, especially, you know, Lando now world champion, George Russell, obviously he's incredibly talented, Behrman as well. I think we're going to definitely see some more British Formula 1 champions. Even, obviously, Lindblad now in the grid next year as well. Sadly, I am unavailable Saturday, Adam. I'm a little bit gutted to miss out on it, to be honest, but, yeah, unfortunately, I can't make it. I hope you have a good time, though, buddy. Yeah, I'm sure I'll try and tune in and see the results. Some prior commitments have sadly come up. Why Sauber? I basically wanted to try and make myself the toughest F1 career mode I could. So we're on 110AI, no assists, everything like that. In what was in theory the slowest car in this game. But already, I mean, we're what, 4th best now and we're still in Season 1? So we've got a pretty good car at the moment. The goal, I think, will be try and fight for the championship in Season 2. But we'll wait and see what happens. Still a little bit slippery through there. You cannot get on the throttle too early. Oh, I bet you will, Adam. I want to see you win it all. Absolutely. You'll be who I'm rooting for. Will Mercedes dominate 2026? Your guess is as good as mine. I think, again, people will have to kind of appreciate that one team is going to dominate. But what team that will be, nobody knows yet. I mean, I think we talked about this yesterday. Abu Dhabi Q2, first down to 15th, was covered by 3.5 tenths of a second. First down to 15th next year, you'll be lucky if it's within about 2.5 seconds. The field spread is going to be absolutely massive in comparison. It will take a couple of years for kind of the field to close back in again. So, you know, I think people are going to have to expect the fact you are going to see, you know, even when driving, because obviously at the moment, especially why it's been tough for the rookies this year, if you like, you know, again, Abu Dhabi's a great example. If you make a mistake that costs you 0.3 of a second, that's the difference between going fastest in Q2 and ending up 14th or something like that. So you really cannot afford to make any errors with, you know, the cars when they're really this close together. Next year, if you've got the dominant car, you know, a bit like Mercedes had, you know, 2014 through 2016, you can make an error, miss out on pole by 0.6 of a second and still line up on the front row. So, you know, it is going to be... I think it would be safe to argue that the on-track product will probably be more intriguing, but more boring and predictable, a bit more. Because the last couple of years it has been quite open. You know, different drivers have been able to deliver, get big results, things like that. Tony Stewart to win it all. Big smoke. He's gonna make his F1 debut and just wipe the floor, is he? That would be incredible to see. He's in like his 50s, isn't he? If you could switch a driver to another team, who would you do? I guess now I'd go with Leo Fornaroli to Alpine. That's what I'd want to see. If I could pick one driver move up. Okay, Sauber might genuinely be rapid here. Currently, Bortoletto and I are 0.8 faster than anybody else as we get ready for qualifying. That's reassuring? I guess nobody else has really done any serious runs yet.
What an incredible practice session that was.
I think Lindblad will do all right.
Here, though.
I think he'll take a few races to kind of settle in and learn it, but we'll see how he gets on. Wozgi, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hey, welcome in, Callum. I hope you're well, buddy. Kimi Antonelli, World Champion 2026. That would be fascinating.
They call it the Temple of Speed, and the pilgrims have come
right,
to worship.
come on in, people.
It's
if you're watching this on YouTube,
today.
if you're watching this on TikTok, if you're watching this on Kick,
Monza,
come over to Twitch, Matt212. You can bet some logins. Where do you think we're going to qualify? Let us know. I'd still love to get to 10k by the end of the year on Twitch. I don't think we're quite going to get there. But we're about 750 followers away, I think. So please do consider dropping us a follow. Matt212 on Twitch.
Radio check.
Greatly appreciated. As always, I mean, the Sauber is normally a very, very good car around this venue. So hopefully we're going to have a bit of fight. I'm going to give myself a tiny bit of wing. Just to give the rear end some sort of sticking power. But I think we should be good. I think we've got a good car here. I reckon if things go well, there's an opportunity to try and fight for a podium. Maybe not a win, but a podium. Because I expect there will be a couple of teams that are OP. Yeah, the mighty green machine. To be fair, Bortoletto, I think he's already second in qualifying at the moment. After, you know, even like Lando Norris and stuff have gone out. So we could try and work with Bortoletto, see if we can, you know, give him a slipstream, things like that on his runs. But honestly, I've got no idea. We'll see how we get on. Right, come on then, first run.
We've just been pushed down into P18.
Just make sure we keep it clean and tidy. Again, Q1 is all about getting into Q2. Then we'll kind of see what the pace is like. Normally, this track is really, really OP for the AI in qualifying. So, yeah, we'll wait and see as how we get on. This is the kind of session where we could end up out in Q1. I know we made Q3 at Zandvoort, even though I was struggling a lot more. But yeah, the AI are really, really OP here. Obviously, if we get through on medium, then I'll be very happy. If not, then we can go back out. It's also about learning where to use the battery and everything like that. How much you want to use, where you want to use it, all that good stuff. But I'll tell you what, this Sauber car's got a lot of grip. Feels pretty good at the moment. Over 210 miles an hour, 215 into Ascari without a slipstream. Oh, that was about as much curve as you'd ever get away with through there. Nice and planted through the exit curb. I don't know who that was that's just gone fastest, but for an opening run, this has felt pretty good. One more corner to go. Easy, easy. Roll on that throttle nice and tidy on the exit. Drain the battery on the run to the line. It is going to be... P3, okay. There you go then, we're in the fight. Verstappen goes fastest ahead of Hamilton and myself, but Third place at the moment in Q1. That should see us safely through. Thank you for all the follows as well coming in. Harold, Elias, Chad as well. Do you think that the F1 26 DLC will be good? It will probably be okay. It probably won't be incredible, it probably won't be bad, but it will be okay. I don't think we're going to see any massive changes to the game or anything like that. So, I mean, we're 8/10 quicker than Bortoletto, which is pretty good going. But the AI, they do ramp up their pace quite rapidly. So that should be us safely into Q2. I know as much about this F1 26 DLC as all of you know. I don't know when it's coming. I don't know how much it's going to cost. I know nothing. So there we go then. Verstappen, fastest in Q1. 4/10 clear of Hamilton. Both kick Saubers inside your top 6. So this should be a good track for Ferrari power, in theory. Who is out in Q1 though? Antonelli made it through. I don't think it's any major shocks. Lawson, Hadjar, so both Alpines, both V-Carbs and Behrman. Can't really say that's too surprising come the end of Q1. Oh, you're from Monza? So I must admit, when I went to the Italian Grand Prix a couple of years ago, it was a beautiful location.
Okay, let's have a comms check, please. Radio check.
Absolutely fantastic. Even like the park that Monza set in is just a really fantastic location. Old school Grand Prix, the environment, the atmosphere around them is so much better than modern F1 venues, modern Tilkedromes. You would never build this kind of track in a national park now, would you? But 100 years ago, that was just the given thing. Peyton, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate it. Most sim racing pedals are pretty durable, and these shoes are so thin that I don't think it makes much difference. So you should be absolutely fine. As long as you're not wearing like work boots or something like that, or something like a hard sole, you should be absolutely fine wearing shoes. Your pedals are meant to be pretty durable, because obviously you'll put a lot of force through them. Especially with like a load cell kit. Everything like that. First run though on the softs though. I'm hoping again we can just try and smash it out. And we're aiming for like a low 17 now. But part of that does come down to, you know, how the car sits over the curves, everything like that. So we'll wait and see. Just want to keep it clean and tidy. Again, Q2 is just about getting into Q3.
P14.
Purple sector 1. 300 meter boards. It's a really odd track, this one, because it kind of feels like a lot of the time you want to underdrive almost. You don't kind of want to absolutely go balls to the wall because you end up losing more time than you're getting. So I'm just trying to manage it nicely at the moment. I mean, both Mercs currently out in the top 10. Hopefully we're about to push them down even lower. Whoa. I heard the back end trying to break free. Luckily, nothing at a bit of throttle can't straighten out. One more corner to go though. Easy. Nice and tidy, right. Use up the rest of the battery once again. Should be a low 17, I reckon. 17.6. I mean, we go fastest, but we were barely a 10th quicker than what we managed in Q1. I reckon a 16 is doable in this car, but it won't be easy to achieve. Have you seen the Madrid circuit sim? I have not tried the Madrid ring yet on a sim. I know there's been like a couple of mods for Assetto Corsa and stuff, but I've not tried any of that yet. So perhaps I need to at some point. I mean, look at that, 2 thousandths in it between myself and Lando. We just did lose a lot of time in Sector 3. But once again, Big G, he looks competitive. Oh, I thought Verstappen might go out then in Q2. That'd have been quite impressive. So, actually a couple of shocks though. Alonso makes it through. Both Saubers, both McLarens, both Ferraris. Fernando Alonso, Max Verstappen, Carlos Sainz and Esteban Ocon. Neither Mercedes, Yuki Tsunoda, Stroll or Albon making it into Q3 though. But incredibly fine margins up at the front of the order First down to 6th covered by just 0.3 of a second. Getting a lap hooked up in Q3 is going to be critical. Street circuits are not as fun generally as proper
radio
kind of
check.
traditional
Radio
tracks.
check.
They come with a
Radio
unique
check.
challenge, but yeah, they're not as fun in my opinion. A track like Spa will always be better than a track like Jeddah. But that's just my opinion. Then again, on the other hand, I do love driving Monaco. So I guess there's that one as well. Are we ready for our first run in Q3? I guess we got time for 2, don't we? We're 7th currently in the World Drivers' Championship, heading into this weekend. What do you think of Freddie Slater? I haven't watched much of him racing, but he seems to be pretty quick. Definitely, if things go the right way, could make it a Formula 1. We'll have to wait and see. Right, come on then. Let's see what we can do. First run in Q3. Use a bit of battery on the run to the line. Try and give myself the longest run, and therefore the shortest run into T1. Longest run to the line equals shortest run to T1. Those thousandths of a second, as showcased in Q2, could be critical there. Try and get as much of the car over that inside curve through 1, and then nicely balanced through the curving of turn 2. Science. Not a great benchmark. An 18.6. That won't be anything to write home about. Bortoletto, 17.7. Our teammate, he's getting quicker and quicker as I'm getting more aggressive. And that cost us. We definitely lost some time there. Trying not to down one. I definitely probably should have downshifted there. Right, this first lap's just going to be a banker. Don't invalidate. It's been a bit sloppy. A couple of little errors. So we know there's going to be time to find on the second run. Oh, Verstappen had a huge slipstream. Straight to the top of the pile on 17.1. One more corner to go, though, this first lap. Hopefully we're still going to be fairly close to Bortoletto. I think this might end up being like a low 80. Oh, not with lines like that, it won't. This first lap's been terrible. Out of the final corner, use the battery on the run back to the line. It is going to be still a 17.9. Well, there's definitely got to be about a second in that lap, so that's reassuring. I know there's pace in the car. I have a Track Racer TR8 rig, I believe. It's either a TR8 or a TR120. I can't honestly remember off the top of my head. So, yeah, Verstappen, pretty quick Sector 3, we lost half a second. Sector 2, we lost 0.3. Sector 1, though, we were a 1/10.5 quicker. So we can definitely get up to 3rd. But Hamilton and Verstappen seem to be light years ahead of everybody else at the moment. Theoretical session best is a 16.9. As to be fair to Leclerc, he lost a second in Sector 3. So he should also be pretty aggressive. Right, let's go again. 3 minutes on the clock. Let's do this thing. 07. Thank you for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it. I use a Fanatec Formula V 2.5X on a CSL GTD. So, looks like Ocon and Sainz can't go again. They haven't got enough. But as everybody else prepares themselves, just got to make sure the car is where I want it. Try and go slow in, fast out of that final corner. Carry the speed up towards the line. Right, we're going to need to sweat this final lap. I need a good time on the boards. There is a slim chance for pole position here. I'm not going to say it's guaranteed. It's definitely doable. I know I nailed turn 1 and turn 2 last time round, but that was about it. So as long as we stick fairly close. Look at that, already a 10th down. Oh, man. We know we had a good Sector 1 split, though. Whoa. Oh, what am I doing? Come on. I've got to be better than this. Messing up all my Q3 runs. Oh, there you go. Hamilton now to the top of the pile. 17 flat. But we are a quarter of a second up, though, so hopefully we're still going to move our way up the order a bit. Nice and easy. Still 2 tenths up. But yeah, we've really messed up qualifying. As long as we go quicker than Bortoletto, though, I guess I'll take it as a win. There you go. We'll find a bit of time back at the final corner. 3 tenths up. Hopefully that's going to put us up towards the front. P4, P5. P5 in the end. We'll take it. We will take it.
Goodbye for now then, but really we're just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Well, there we are. Fine margins here from the Temple of Speed, but it will be Lewis Hamilton that lines up on pole position then. Verstappen second ahead of Leclerc and Piastri. We will both Saubers ahead of Lando Norris, though. So that's pretty good going for us. 8 thousandths of a second, though, slower than Oscar Piastri. And then you can see between Norris, there's then a half a second gap back to Alonso, Ocon, and Sainz. That I think, honestly, we're just kind of happy to be here. Yeah, Lewis on pole. Lewis on pole for the Italian Grand Prix, chat. Can he win it? We didn't win it, I don't believe, in the Hamilton career mode. I think we ended up second, didn't we? Because we had a great race with Charles pretty much all day. That unfortunately I messed up right towards the end. We just got a snap of oversteer, didn't we, out of Parabolica with like 6 laps to go. Or something. Which was very, very sad. Yeah, Ferrari on pole. You can tell it's a game with Ferrari on pole. Although I guess Leclerc got pole out at Hungary, didn't he? So there is that. Can I do any more upgrades? I don't think so. Oh, there we go. We can... Oh, no, I can't. I don't really want to do any more power upgrades anyway. We've got the best engine in Formula 1 at the moment, but just a terrible chassis to go alongside it. So, what are we looking at then? We're 131 behind Max at the moment. So that's basically 5 race weekends with 9 to go. So we basically need to do a Max Verstappen here and, you know, close in that World Championship gap. That's the goal. Yeah, Max will just park it on Lewis's head at turn 1. You can tell that's going to be absolute cinema up at the front, can't you? The AI sometimes improve on qualifying runs. It's just for some reason they sometimes clump together when they go back out, and it's really annoying. The best part of a roast dinner is either the meat, the gravy, or the Yorkshire puddings. If it's not one of those 3, you've messed up your roast dinner. Hey, no worries, Man United. Have a good one, buddy. Thank you for stopping by. Get your predictions in then, people. Where do you think we're going to finish the Italian Grand Prix? If you're on Twitch, you can bet your noggins right now. If you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, if you're on Kick or anywhere else, come over to Twitch, bet some noggins. You might win some noggins.
On the calendar, which hosted its first race all the way back in 1922.
Matt, to think Monza has existed for over 100 years.
With top speeds reaching 215 miles per hour, only a few places can challenge Monza's crown as the fastest track in Formula 1.
It
Hard
is an
braking
absolutely
zones going into the
insane
3 chicanes
I
make
love
up the
it.
majority of the 11 corners on this 3.6-mile circuit. And just in case the slipstream wasn't
I might get a
enough,
DNF. We DNF'd in the last race.
Help encourage
We
some
might get a
close
mechanical.
action. It's
Looking to
time
get a
to take a
cockpit. I've
look
got
at
about
our
700
starting
quid.
grid
What should I
for
get?
today's race.
Track racer, my friend. I think it does exclamation mark
Lewis
rig
Hamilton lines
works.
up on pole
RIG.
position. And Max Verstappen lines
You get
up
a link
alongside.
to Track Racer if
Looking
you're
down
interested.
the rest of the grid, we
Hey,
have
welcome in Daily Fox. Have a good one.
Leclerc, Piastri,
No, exclamation
Nico
mark rig
Hulkenberg,
doesn't work.
and Bortoletto.
Don't know what I've set that one up for
Norris,
then.
Fernando Alonso, Ocon, and Carlos Sainz.
It does not work.
Russell, Antonelli,
I mean, Merck will be
Lance
gutted at
Stroll,
11th and 12th.
and Lawson.
But I don't
Behrman,
think... I mean,
Gasly,
McLaren did all right, but the
Isaac
Mercedes power
Hadjar,
unit isn't
and
that great
Jack
top-end
Doohan.
wise.
Sonoda, and Alex Albon picks up the last spot on the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
What would I like to see in the F1 26
And
DLC?
alongside me today, former Formula 1
I
driver
want to see
and
them
former
finally
world
give us the option to
champion
make our
too.
own
See,
driver
told you I'd
moves
give you a
inside the
big
game.
intro.
Give
Anthony
us like
Davidson.
a
Hello. So here we
database
are at Monza,
editor. Would
Temple
be
of-
fantastic. Why does... Ever since the new update, it does not let
Right, give me a
Crofty
quick
and
radio check,
Davidson talk
please.
about what
Radio
they want
check.
to. He just always cuts them out.
Right, this is a high-speed circuit, and therefore we need low downforce.
Yeah, you
which
need
of
like the
course
new
means
cars
that
and everything,
DRS
of
is
course.
not going to be quite as
But
powerful.
I just mean other fun
Hopefully
features.
we're going to be so quick we're not even going to notice it.
We are driving as Nico Hulkenberg, so... Ooh, okay. Yeah, one stop should be doable in the 100% race. I think we'll start on the medium, see how far we can take them, because the hard should go pretty far around here. The Sauber is a bit of a drinker, though, so I think I'm going to leave 4 laps of spare fuel in her as well. But apart from that, I don't think we need to edit too much. I think we're ready for this race. I'm looking forward to it. I reckon there's a really good opportunity if we can stay out of trouble. Maybe, just maybe, Hulkenberg's 5th win of the year is on the cards. We won at Australia. That is a high-speed circuit. We won at Jeddah. That is a high-speed circuit. We won at Monza. That's a high-speed circuit. I can't remember... Sorry, we won at Belgium, even. I can't remember where else we won at in this series. Was it Canada? Might have been Canada. I can't remember. Right, come on then. Let's do this thing. 53 laps then from the Temple of Speed. The 5 red lights are on. Nice lights out. Oh, and away we go then. Decent. I'm on softs. Oh, no. I never clicked the right strategy. Oh, no wonder I got such a good start. Oh, Max, hello. What's he doing? That's annoying. Or maybe we can still make the one-stop happen. Oh, man, I can't believe... Oh, hello. What's Charles doing off the start? Okay. Right, my goal then, try and keep up with Lewis early on. We'll immediately move up into 2nd spot. Try and get around absolutely everybody. Use a bit of battery at the start. We'll try and utilise these soft compound tyres and see where we can get up to. We'll go we'll go hard tyre for the 2nd stint. If we can get into the end, fantastic. If not, then a 2 stop's not the end of the world. Like I say, the big thing is trying to get out of the DRS range of everybody else as early as we can. Leave Leclerc and Verstappen to battle each other. And don't get done for track limits. That's the other big one. I will quite happily dump a load of battery on this opening lap if it gives us any chance to get Verstappen out of the range. Because both Lewis and Charles here can be wrapped. There you go. So we've already got Leclerc now out of the 1 second zone.
Okay, DRS is now available.
I'll make sure I've already set it up for the hards. There you go, Verstappen and Leclerc again, wheel to wheel, back into zone 1. Luckily there are quite a lot of places you can charge up the battery pack here. Oh, there you go. They're already fighting behind. Right, wonderful. We can settle in then. We can try and work with Lewis. 6% wear though in 1 lap isn't reassuring. That's not good. That's not the line. Eagles chat when it's convenient. Sorry. Oh, have I got to go get sunglasses? Have I? Did someone do that, did they? Sunglasses from Bradson? Right, let me go find them. Give me 1 second. I didn't see that. I was trying to concentrate on the start. Oh, they're downstairs, I think. Are they? Yeah, I think they're downstairs. Give me a sec. Why, whenever I come back, it's just the first messages I read saying Kiat? My mods are definitely modding the wrong stream, aren't they? Yeah, mods better not refund those points. I will not be having that. I don't even know if I can see if they can or not. Oh, that is so bad. It's so dark today outside. I feel like I can't see anything. My eyes got far too used to the normal screen. And now any random passerby thinks when they drop into the stream that I've got pink eye or something. We're not testing it. We're not giving Bradson back his points. Right, are we inside the DRS still? Oh, I can't. just. Only just. That's the goal early on. Try to stick with Lewis. Bortoletto's going the other way on strategy, so he's starting on the hard, so... I mean, I guess that works for him if Verstappen and Leclerc battle. I don't think Big G's sensibly got a chance to win this race unless something crazy happens. But you never know. 10 subs, man. 10 gifted subs, and I'll let you try and see if you can refund it. The bits. The sunglasses, that is. It is almost, yeah, like a visor simulator, isn't it, I guess? I remember, I think it was on F1 2015, there apparently was meant to be a mode in the game that you would actually kind of race in your helmet. So I know obviously you can set up like the audio to be slightly muffled and things like that if you wanted to. But there was meant to be like a proper visor mode. But then obviously it got scrapped for Pro Season mode instead.
We've got a lot of spare energy.
Got any
okay
tear-offs?
to use your overtake
Sadly
button.
not. I need like a proper... I know someone has modded it now, so they've got like a proper drinks button and everything like that. Bradson with the 10 gifted as well. Thank you, buddy. Now you can try it. If you just got a gifted from Bradson, then enjoy it. No ads on the run over Christmas, I believe. Thank you, buddy. And now Bradson might be able to request sunglasses again for me very, very soon. If it now doesn't work, that'll be hilarious. I don't know if I want to go for a move on Lewis or not. Oh, we are definitely burning through fuel as well. Tyre would... Oh, Kimi Antonelli's gone. I hadn't even noticed there was a yellow flag out on the track. But Antonelli's our first retirement of the day then, so his home Grand Prix ended pretty disastrously. He's barely made lap 4. Poor Antonelli, man. But yeah, tyre wear doesn't seem too bad. Probably about 5% a lap. So we should be able to get these kind of 15 laps or so. I think that will mean that the one stop might still just might be doable, but it might be close. I'll have to wait and see. Yeah, Matt got another redeem with the sunglasses. I feel like on the run up to Christmas, I'm going to get a lot of these. People are using up all their points that they've earned this year. Problem as well is it means I struggle to read chat.
Okay,
Why the sun is a
there's
little
an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags.
Nice, whoa, and easy. I don't know how many points Toast has got. I think he earned something mad like 90,000 over the course of this year. But I honestly don't know. Smurf as well, with 10 community gifted subs. Thank you, buddy. Oh, you guys are mad. You guys are absolutely mad. Whoa. Easy does it. Easy does it. Yeah, day 17 are wearing sunglasses on stream. Most likely. I mean, I'm just trying to sit behind Lewis at the moment. I'm trying to work out how much fuel we're going to burn through. I think the answer is a lot. I think we've got enough fuel to get to the end. Yeah, we should do. We're burning through a little bit extra each lap, though. The Sauber is a bit of a thirsty girl on this game. So it is something you've got to think about. Rare Andy as well, thank you for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it. Nice. I would not recommend that, Idis. Don't do it. No, it's so I get to pick the 1v1. I pick the 1v1. That's not how that works. You can't 1v1 me in a random game I've never played before. Yeah, CS2. Yeah, no. I would most likely lose a 1v1 on CS2. I basically haven't played Counter-Strike since CS2 came out. How on earth I got away with that warning there, I have no idea. So, Leclerc, Verstappen and Bortoletto then. To be fair, most of the field actually look like they're beginning to spread out a little bit. So I guess that's reassuring.
Okay, you're in the dirty air of the car in front. Let's get past them.
Twitch readers think I'll get a win today. You have not been around my Twitch community enough. They are the biggest bunch of pessimists in the world. We had a good run in the Hamilton career mode though. We won quite a few races there. But especially during season 1 of this series, I'm not expecting to win many at all. The fact that we've already won 4 races is kind of staggering in of itself. I mean, we basically just won on all the tracks where the AI sucks so far. And then almost at Shanghai. We did win the sprint at Shanghai, I guess. But yeah, all the venues where the AI suck, we've done pretty well. Apart from Monaco as well, I did bid. 80% of you are predicting P2, P3. Okay. Maybe my Twitch community does support me and believe in me. Maybe they shouldn't. AI is set to 110. Maxed out AI, no assists. Full 100% Grand Prix. I don't race on anything other than 110 AI on this game. So Leclerc seems to be a little bit quicker than Lewis and I at the moment. But Verstappen and Bortoletto seem to be slower. I mean, I can't really say I'm shocked that our teammate's slower than us when I'm just getting dragged along by a Ferrari. Still. Yeah, anybody that's been around more than a couple of my streams knows you can never rely on me. There's a reason I'm called the bottle job. So there is, yeah, I mean, we've got some pretty split strategy here. I think most of the AI trying to one-stop, that's why I want to try and make it happen. But they seem to be, you know, some of them are going hard tyres early. I mean, they could be two-stopping, but just trying to burn up the hard tyres fairly early on. You just never really know. Obviously, I could ask my engineer, but that's a rule in this series as well that I don't do that. You know what we haven't done yet in this race, chat, that I think we probably ought to? We should do a top speed test. How quick will this Sauber car go, tucked up in the wheel tracks of Lewis Hamilton? This might be the quickest the green machine will ever go in its entire life. Right, get power down. Use some battery. Let's see what it's capable of back in the wall stern 1. We're a pretty good distance back from Lewis. 210, 220, 225 miles an hour. And I haven't got the bravery on the brakes. That's not bad going. She's got some decent speed in her. Oh, look at the way Hamilton again, when you're not on the battery, just pulls away. So one of the weird things with the AI at Monza, unlike any
Nico,
other circuit, is they get too much DRS, ERS even, around the lap. So obviously they don't simulate that ERS like a human player does. On the other hand though, because of the way the AI use ERS on this game, they also don't use it very efficiently. So it kind of weirdly balances itself out, that they're still technically OP. But you often don't notice it. If you use your ERS strategically, they don't get much of an advantage. Tyre wear 35%. So we're getting, yeah, about 4% on the rear at the moment. Which isn't bad, I think, on the soft tyres tucked up in the slipstream. I think if we can get this set to about kind of lap 17, lap 18, then a one-stop is definitely still doable. I want to try and take this set as far as we sensibly can, unless I lose like the DRS to Lewis or anything, and then we'll probably dive in. So Bortoletto's up to 4th then, temporarily. As him, Norris, and Verstappen now are really ganging up on each other. I think the battle for the win today is likely going to be between Hamilton, Leclerc, and I. But those Ferraris might be a little bit too fast. It's just about being precise right here. That's the big thing with Monza. It's just about apexes and exits. Oh, I gotta have the drink. Oh no. There you go. That's the last bit of drink I've got. I got no more drink. No, Kimmy, you will not have the drink. For some reason, the noggin usage ones don't sometimes flash up in my ear. That's why I sometimes don't see them. Again, I've probably broken something.
We're approaching the pit window now.
I'm not going to nip like a whole bottle of water or anything. I just always take a sip of whatever I've got. Oh, nice and easy. Nice and easy. Why am I wearing sunglasses? Because my stream told me I had to. Yeah, Hamilton's doing well here. We're maintaining the gap to Leclerc behind.
Off some of this energy.
Again, we're kind of just sat in with him at the moment. I'm trying not to cook our tyres. I've probably got quite a warm engine at this one. It's just through corners like this where you really roll the car on the back axle. That's where it can be quite tricky. But as long as you manage it, you should be fine. Take the glasses off. I can. They're stuck to my head for at least the next 43 laps. 42 laps. Frosty, thank you for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it. I mean, you can try and redeem a load of drink waters. I just won't be able to do anything. It'll be a waste of noggins. It's why I had to get rid of the voice that would say I was having a mechanical failure. Because sometimes it would bait me, and then EA removed it for 1 year. E1 available. Well, I'm sure Lewis is going to have to start licoing soon, so we should be good. When that happens, we'll be gold. I'm basically got a full charge of them. Maybe I'll try and jump it. See if we can lead some laps here. I'm sure if I do win this race with a Ferrari second and third, the Tifosi will never forgive me. And who would blame me? I'm trying to think. I would guess now as well. Monza's got to be the closest. Oh no, Imola, I guess. Imola would be the closest thing Sauber have got to a home Grand Prix in terms of just raw distance, or Austria. What's the closest F1 currently used F1 circuit to infield, chat? Do we know? On the way to see Tottenham versus Slavia Prague. Hey, enjoy it, buddy. I hope it's a good game. Is that, what's that? Is that Champions League or I don't know football. We're gonna pit probably in about 5-6 laps.
Box.
Depends how far I can take these tyres. Come on, let's have a look. To the outside of Lewis.
Great stuff, mate. You hit the target well there.
Oh,
nice
big
one.
lock up at the rear.
In this race, though, so keep your head down.
I forgot we needed to try and jump Lewis anyway, according to the team. Let's see if we can just lead for a few laps then. He'll probably get straight back past me, but we'll wait and see. Maybe he'll be a bit better on the tyres being in front. Get a bit of clear air, cool down the engine, everything like that. Oh yeah, those rears are beginning to fade. They don't feel terrible yet, but they will. Pretty quickly. Soft tyres on F125. Course Flame, Ewan, thank you both for the follow, so I appreciate it. It is challenging.
Don't forget, box this lap.
God, it's really odd, you can take so much curb through the first part of Ascari and then none through the rest of it. Well, Hamilton does seem to be struggling a little bit with the turn here. He's he's not all over me. Nice. We'll try and take the size a couple of extra laps when the warning light flashes out. Because I just think it's worth it. Woody, thank you for the follow, buddy. Ooh. Yeah, see, look at that. Again, Hamilton. He doesn't really gain much in the straight. I guess he's just kind of playing his own game at the moment. Having a bit of DRS, charging up his battery pack. All that kind of thing. Come on.
You should be feeling the effects of some tyre wear soon, so stay on your toes.
What's my predictions for Spurs versus Slavia? I got no idea how good Slavia are. I'm going to say... oh, we got away with it. Yeah, these tires are going. I'm going to say 3-1 Spurs. Based on absolutely nothing whatsoever. I think it'll be... Spurs will go 1-0 down. They'll equalise. And then they'll get 2 more later on in the game. That's my guess, chat. Based on nothing. Prague, Slavia, terrible, aren't they? Slavia, Prague. 5-0, Slavia,
Keep on him,
Prague.
you might make a mistake.
Oh, no. Oh, no! Oh, I forgot to clear out space before I started recording, chat. Oops, give me a second. I've been good with that recently. Just completely forgot to check it today. There. Come on. I guess it's because I streamed last night as well, isn't it? Right, if I go like that. And then like that. Wonderful, we should be good. Right, let's go again. Wonderful, we're good. Luckily, that didn't happen at a really important moment. Right, again, we've just got to try and stick with Lewis for now. I'll try and hang with him for a couple of more laps, stay on his coattails. But yeah, the rears are definitely going. But I was happy we got a couple of laps led early on, because I'm hoping we should get a decent undercut on the AI as well, if they're one stopping. Although there is a
Okay,
huge string
hit
of
in this
cars.
lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep
So
that
I'm
in
not
mind
sure
as
I
you
want to
approach.
come out with them. If we could come out ahead of the Aston Martins on the mini-map, that would be fantastic, but I'm not optimistic. I assume Gareth Bale's retired from football. Is he... Well, he's got to be fairly old now, isn't he? I think it's going to be one of the...
on you by 5/10 a lap.
Bale retired 3 years ago, there you go. So I do know football. I think it's going to be one of the manufacturers that starts out strongest, because of course they can design an engine to fit their car. So the first couple of years, you know, a McLaren might be set to struggle, an Alpine, Aston Martin might be good, but sensibly it's more likely going to be between all of the works teams. So Mercedes, Ferrari, Audi, Red Bull, I guess Aston Martin as well. That's kind of where the smart money would be on. I mean, there could be some surprises. I guess it's kind of the first huge race cycle we've gone through where there has to be engine homologation. So other teams kind of will get the same upgrades as like the manufacturer teams will, the works teams. So you have got to think about that as well. But you just don't know. Again, my guess is as good as yours at the moment. This is what I love about when we get a huge, like a properly huge race cycle in Formula 1 is nobody knows what's going to happen. Waking up for Australia will be like waking up on Christmas morning. At least for someone like me that's an F1 nerd. Thoughts on no more DRS? Well, we've got the new, what's it, MOM system, isn't it? Manual override mode, so I'm sure we won't be saying MOM. Sorry, we won't be saying DRS, we'll be going, oh, he's activated MOM! Down the inside, using his MOM! It'll be disturbing for the first few times. And Crofty definitely accidentally makes an innuendo out of it. He's activated MOM! Mom has been turned on! All that kind of weird stuff that Crofty will come out with. The memes will write themselves. Dragon! Thank you for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it. Verstappen did have a very, very good year. I would make the argument that he or George Russell was driver of the season. They were both incredibly consistent. Hybrid, thank you for the follow as well, buddy. Whoa, hello. That could have been bad. Ow. Get up over those curbs. Oh, there you go. We might have lost the DRS now to Lewis. Just a bit of a lock-up down to turn 1. But again, these tyres are pretty second-hand at this point. So I don't think if we don't get back in the range, I don't think we can be too upset. To be fair, they've hung on way better than I thought they would. But yeah, they are definitely going now. But lap 18, it's not the end of the world. We'll dive in. We should be able to take another set to the end. Unless I can get back into DRS now on Hamilton before the end of the lap. I just think I'll make sure that I hit my marks. And not my engineer. Oh, that's close to a warning. Now, I don't believe any rain is predicted during this Grand Prix. If we don't get a safety car or a red flag or anything, this could be one of the fastest F1 races ever. Right, into the pits will come though. Hard tyres going on the wagon. I'd rather brake a little bit early than a little bit late, so that was nice and tidy on the way in. Thoughts on Norris World Drivers' Championship? As I keep saying, you can make the argument that any of the top 3 deserve to win it. So, you know. As someone, I wanted to see Oscar win it personally, but I'm not too thrilled either way.
Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go. Perfect
Why
job
is the
on the turn
Sauber
in
so
there, mate.
fast?
Looks like a nice
the Sauber's
stop time.
really
We're happy
good
with
at
that one.
Monza anyway,
That was our last
and then
stop.
Bortoletto and I have done a
scheduled
lot of
pit stops.
upgrades.
Let's go.
So Alonso is going to come out ahead of us. Who we... Oh, I don't even know who we're alongside. Don't crash into sights. It was Russell we were side by side with down to turn 1. But we've got ahead of him. If we can get back past the 2 Spaniards pretty quickly, there is going to be a huge amount of breathing room for those cars ahead. I mean, look at that. That's against a Williams, which is normally a missile in a straight line. Nice and easy, though, for this Sauber.
Great manoeuvre. You made it look so easy.
Team happy with that as well. I mean, it was a grande move through Curva Grande. Oh, Alonso having a little bit of a wiggle. Not going to use any battery here. I don't really want to go for the move into Ascari. As long as I don't get jumped by the car behind again. I'm pretty certain on this game, Alonso and Sainz are joined at the hip. Like, they're just so similar on pace everywhere. Should have run 0 wing. The only reason I put a little bit of wing on the car was just the Sauber can be quite unstable. So I wanted just a tiny bit of wing, just to help us if we had a moment of instability, or something like that. Right, to the outside of Fernando though, this should be pretty much a done deal. So Verstappen's pit as well then, interestingly. So he's probably 2 stopping. So Bortoletto now up into the podium places. I honestly would quite happily see a big G podium here. If we can't get a podium, seeing Big G up there would be quite impressive. I don't think I've seen him get a podium on this game yet. I think I've seen basically every team get a podium. But not Big G. I'm trying to think. Sauber, obviously, we've won a race with them. V-Car, we've won a race with. Haas, Ocon obviously won a race in this series. Williams, I don't know. Maybe I haven't seen a Williams podium. Aston Martin, I've seen Alonso on the podium. I think, no, I've seen Alonso and Sainz on the podium for Williams.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 11.5
obviously
seconds.
Then, all of the big teams have won races. So yeah, I think I've seen every team get a podium on this game. Oh, Alpine. Yeah, I forgot about them. No, Alpine definitely haven't. I have not seen an Alpine podium. I completely forgot they existed for a second. So I've got to be focusing on trying to work the undercutting. There you go, new fastest lap of the day. That
Great
should help.
work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
So tyre wear as well is looking pretty good, dare I say. So I think these hards could still go to the end quite comfortably. They might be a little bit tight for wear right towards the end, but they feel pretty good. What's
No
on
need to
Cadillac
worry about
next
the
season?
tyre condition for now.
I'm looking
Everything's
forward to
looking
seeing
good.
them in the grid. I've got no idea what they're going to do, though. Again, your guess is as good as mine. Easy. So we're taking a lot of time out on the McLarens and Bortoleto. I mean, we did go purple last lap, so we're going quicker than everybody. But it's how much of a gap we can get over the Ferraris, and how much quicker they'll be than me towards the end. Like, if the tyre wear's looking a bit close, could it end up being worth picking again and effectively trying to close back in on them? Or is track position just so vital here? Because of, you know, you can't really drag a set of tyres on. So Norris is in. That seems pretty early. But I guess we're going to start seeing the AI diving in pretty soon. That's exactly why I run strict track limits in everything, is to try and avoid cutting corners. And so far, touch wood, I haven't had a warning, I don't think, so far in this race. Maybe I got one on lap 1. But I'm trying to be better and better about keeping it clean and tidy. Hence why all of my series now are done with strict track limits.
Okay, Nico, we've got some clear track in front of us, and let's make the best of it. So please make this next one a very fast lap.
Yep, that's what we've been doing the last few, Mark, but okay. We're trying to drive quickly. I mean, it is mad, we're almost like half distance in this race. Time really does fly here at Monza. It's such a stupidly quick race. So co-op on F125 is done for the foreseeable future. The plan is still we're going to try and do a NASCAR one for a little while. See how we get on with it, kind of see what the interest is like. Then when the F126 DLC comes out, we might jump back on and do one, but honestly we haven't decided yet. Leclerc into the pits then, so we're going to get a big jump on him.
Still a long way to go though.
Going to be a long way ahead of Charles actually, so that's reassuring against Lewis. But... So Leclerc, I think, is still one stopping. He's going to come out like 5-6 seconds behind. So that first stint then did work really nicely for us. It's just like managing the tyre. So as long as we're getting less than about 2%
and gap to the car in front, 5.4 seconds.
I still think the Ferraris will close in on me by the end. But it's just a question of how quickly. And if I can keep it clean and tidy. Hopefully 26 doesn't do a 22. I think this is exactly why they're avoiding bringing out an F126, because they don't want to mess up the handling model of the new cars. Because 22 was an absolute disaster. And they've never really recovered from it. 23 was a good game, 25 is an alright game, 24 was an okay game. But they've never really recovered from 22. But I also think they're trying to chase a high that they'll never get again. the reason why 2020 and 2021 were as popular as they were was, yes, they were both good games, but also COVID massively boosted
So
the
your
interest.
ERS is running a bit low. Looking to
I
change
went
in
from
your
like
ERS
20
mode in the
to
MFD
90,000
for more conservative
subs in a
burn
year
rate. Or you
on
might
my
want to
main
try
channel.
some lifting or gentle braking to recharge.
Because of how much hype there was around the F1 games. We just won't see that again. You know, this whole sport saw that kind of growth. That we just won't get again. So Hamilton and Leclerc now kind of pretty much side by side. So if they keep battling with each other, this could be gold for us. If they can't close back in. Hey, welcome in, Max. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I have not got pink eye like Fabio. People just keep betting that I need to wear sunglasses. I literally said that earlier on. I was like, people will think I've got pink eye or something. I have not got ABS on. I am running no assists. I didn't even comment chat that Big G's winning this race. I mean, he might be about to lose it to Norris, but they're fighting each other pretty hard. Piastri. But Big G is leading.
Okay, gap ahead, 2.0 seconds.
Rocking and the strat is survive. Like it is everywhere in NASCAR. I need to record the final couple of races of my NASCAR 25 Truck Series career mode. Then we'll hopefully move up to Xfinity at the end of the week.
The McLaren drivers just moved into first place.
There we go, then at the moment, both Saubers in your podium places, but I'd love for us to lead and get a 1-2, even if it is just temporarily in this race. A red flag now would be pretty disastrous for us, simply for the fact that I wouldn't have another set of halves. So I'd have to try and gamble a set of mediums at the end, which I'm not sure how well they've done. Oh, I don't like this. What are we doing, lads? Why are Piastri and Bortoletto driving like their life depends on it? They're aware it's not a 50% race, right? They know they've got like another 30 laps. Huh? Whoa. Come on. Easy. Easy. Easy does it. Nice and tidy. Right, we should be able to get them both here then. Come on, let's try and get both Saubers around Piastri. We're going to sandwich him down in towards turn 1. Piastri's got nothing.
Good job.
Kick Sauber
Nice
1 and 2 for the lead of the Grand Prix, but pretty well rehearsed there down in towards turn 1. Bortoletto backs out, and how have I immediately got 1.7 seconds on them? The AI cannot go side by side around this track. That's ridiculous. Yeah, Peter Sauber, he's probably felt things downstairs. Seeing his cars 1 and 2. Did anybody else see the clip that I think was Bring Back the V10, which is owned by the race posted, about Martin Brundle talking about Sauber when they first left the grid? Where he was like, oh, I don't think it's much of a loss. Sauber have done very little. You're kind of there going, what's it, man? Bit of calm, please. Everybody loves a bit of Sauber. I'm doing very well, thank you, Frey. How are you, buddy? So, Piastri and Bortoletto are still due down. I don't know how much longer they'll go on their tyres, but I think they're going to be in trouble towards the end of the race. I think the long first stint doesn't really work that well here. I think you want to be trying to go shorter on your first stint. I mean, we're at half distance now, where things are still looking pretty good for us. Oh, I remember Kyle. I hope you're doing well, buddy. A very, very long time ago. I still speak to like half of that group. Oh, there's your first warning of the day. That's annoying. That was a really long time ago. There's some nostalgia. Yeah, I bet Peter Sauber was... I never really thought about Peter Sauber, obviously, with Silverstone. Seeing his plucky little team after a terrible season last year get a podium. And let's not forget Hulk's first podium. And last. We're on season 1. Oh, does some of those guys still play?
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 5.6 seconds.
Oh, it's so bad when you look at the rears. Playing F1 2016 League Racing back in the day. What a time to be alive. Say, it's been good fun going back through all the old F1 games for the series as well. There's been so much nostalgia for me. It is good fun doing that. I don't think we're quite going to get all of them wrapped up this year, but we're going to be pretty close. I want to get 2013 done next week. Then it will probably be the F1 Race Stars special with Last 212. And then we'll probably do 2012, 2011, 2010 in the new year.
Tyre condition still looking good.
So we've still got a 1-2 at the moment then, but the Ferraris now have basically closed up on Bortoleto and Piastri. So these next few laps could be critical to kind of decide what the gap is, what the margin is towards the end of the Anthony. Just got to try and keep as many of these guys at bay as best as we can. Tyre wear though still looking pretty good. Considering I'm bang on a third of the way through this stint. We shouldn't reach 60%. So I think we have got a real chance here. Especially if the Ferraris keep battling each other. There is a real opportunity just to control this race. I did used to be good at the F1 games. A very long time ago now. But I did used to be decent at them. I've probably peaked on the F1 games on like 2017, 2018, if I had to guess. I then never really played much F1 2019, and then from then on I've just got worse and worse every year. Although I think I have taken a big step up again on 25, more recently. Now I've kind of got back into a bit more competitive racing again. It is really good fun. Like I said, I need to do some proper like WOR or PSGL in need to find out what league works timing-wise. Get back into some competitive stuff. So Hamilton now has moved past Bortoleto. So Leclerc's still stuck in a bit of traffic, but we've got 10-second lead now, with just over 20 laps to go. Obviously, the Ferraris will have better tyre wear than me. A safety car, a red flag, anything like that, I could really mix things up again. But I guess from here we know that if we got a safety car or a red flag, the mediums would go to the finish. So it wouldn't be the end of the world for us. I think unfortunately though, yeah, Piastri and Bortoleto, their probably overall race has been a bit screwed over. Especially with how much they battled each other. So I don't think they're going to be able to do too much towards the end. They'll probably end up coming back out near those Red Bulls, get ahead of them and then not do much. The plan is to not pit again. I've already pit in this race. I'm going to try and take these hard tyres to the end. Matt versus Kai in PSGL. I don't think I get put in Kai's split in PSGL, or I hope not anyway. I mean, are we gonna lap people in this race? I think we probably will, won't we? Especially if some of the back markers are too stopping. We probably are going to deal with some lap traffic towards the end. So Hamilton now has got Leclerc back out of the DRS. So he'll be trying to push on to get towards us. It's probably in my best interest for the Ferraris to be within range of each other. just because they will trip over each other, and that's what's given us a few extra seconds. But effectively now, we've got 22 laps to go. We can afford to lose half a second a lap to Lewis. But the pace of the car just seems to be very, very good. We're just comfortable. Yeah, if Kai and Tom are in the same split for PSGL, aren't they? There's not a chance I'd be put with either of them. They are much, much quicker than me. But don't worry, Alex Gillen could win PSGL F2. He's only a couple of tenths off F1 Esports. That's so funny. I love the fact PSGL let him do it as well. Just let him get basically cyberbullied for 2 weeks. Yeah, we're actually putting away from Lewis. I think when we're on equal ties to the AI, we have just got a lot of speed. It would just be how they fall off towards the end. But this is what I mean about the AI here. They're massively OP in qualifying. As long as you manage the ERS correctly, they're not that good in the race. Especially, they're much less competitive as well in a 100% race.
Okay, Gabriel's in the pits. Gabriel is in the pits now.
My wheel is a Fanatec Formula V 2.5. Come on. Nice. And yeah, so Leclerc's now back in the range of Lewis again, just. Oh,
okay,
what?
safety car deployed.
Okay,
safety car's been
there you go.
deployed.
All
Watch
worried
your
about
delta.
gaps, everything
Make
like
sure you
that.
keep
It's
it
immediately
positive
going to
as we catch the
evaporate.
pack. Right, drop your speed. Our
No
delta's
idea
too
who's
low,
been it.
and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
Oh, man. There goes our huge lead. So will the AI pit, though? That's worked out so badly for Piastri and Bortoletto. 1 lap earlier, and they would have been gold. Right, come on, don't leave a load of delta on the table. We'll go mediums to the end. So will the Ferraris pit, though, or will they try and take track position? That's going to be the interesting question. It's definitely the right call to pit for us. But the Ferraris didn't pit that long ago. They are staying out then. Interesting. Wowee, okay. So they might be in trouble towards the end.
Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted
So we went
with
from
that.
having worse tyres throughout a lot of this race to suddenly now we should have much better tyres. It's nice to have the upper hand for once. 20 laps to go. Obviously, a couple of these will be done under safety car. Annoyingly, this safety car does mean we can't try and go for a new race record for the quickest F1 race, but that's not a major concern. So Norris and Verstappen have pit. I can't imagine. Oh, Piastri's pit. Why? So Bortoletto then is going to come out in 4th, I believe. Yeah, there you go. So Bortoletto's up to 4th then. So actually, this hasn't worked out too badly for Gabriel, because he's basically on new tyres as well. They've barely done any run. So Sauber, we could still get a 1-2 here. If Ferrari pit, I wouldn't believe it, but yeah. Yeah, this is more exciting than the IRL race. Monza generally now in IRL Formula 1 tends to be a bit of a stinker. Qualifying is always exciting, but the race tends to be a bit dull. Just because the fact that DRS doesn't work. Hey, welcome into Shadow. Hope you doing well, buddy.
Right, let's pick up the pace
we started on
please.
softs. We took them 17, 18 laps,
ahead.
which felt a little bit sketchy, and then we went to hards. Took them about, so effectively we're going to use all 3 tyre compounds in this race, and it looks more than likely that the hards will do the least laps. Fanatec or Moser, both are very good. I would always say Moser is slightly better value for money, but Fanatec does give you a bit more. You know, you can run it on Xbox and PlayStation with a bit more ease. But I think they both do some really good kit. Send it into T1 on the restart. We might be able to get basically alongside Leclerc before the restart. The AI's restarts on this game are terrible. 110 AI. I always run maxed out AI on this game. Logitech G920 is a great budget wheel. As a starter wheel, I would highly recommend. Oh, come on, man. How does that give us floor damage?
Okay, we think the underbody's incurred some slight damage, but nothing too serious at the moment. Just
if I did that at race speed, it'd be absolutely fine. It's just because we're on the safety car. Alonso's pit as well in this race. He will be in trouble though towards the end. He's on the same strat as the Ferraris. Alpine career win. Either I'll do it in the driver career mode at some point, or if we can do well enough in F2 in the Alex Dunn series, then I'll go to Alpine there. Because apparently he could be joining the Alpine development program at the moment. So we might try and do that. Yeah, there you go. We're getting disqualified from this race. The plank wear will be too bad. How many laps do we think this safety car will be? I guess this also means we're definitely not going to lap anybody. There'll be no lap traffic to contend with. Where do you get Fanatec from? I'm in the UK. Exclamation mark Fanatec. Or exclamation mark wheel. I just buy from them directly. I am 2 achievements away from 100%ing F1 25. I need to get my A license in the game, which I might quickly take a look once we finish this race, how far away from that I am. And I need to get 99 rating in driver career mode, which I could have done already, but I reset my driver career mode on this game. So I will get that achievement at some point. So I'm not worried about like trying to grind it specifically or anything like that. Delivery times from Fanatec normally aren't too bad. You've just got to be aware that you will... Oh, come on, Matt! You will pay import. But that means you save money originally, so it shouldn't cost you any more. But it depends on what you're ordering and what their lead times are like. Yeah, I mean, you can as well, I think, order from Fuel Sims in the UK. I'm pretty certain they now do Fanatec as well. Box to retire the car. We should be fine. It might mean we're lacking a bit of straight line speed, but we should be fine. FYA are going to DSQ the car. I mean, we got a post-race disqualification in the Dunn career mode yesterday. That was it. Is safety car going to be in, or are we going to go one more? We're doing pretty well. We're running P3. I've got much fresher tyres than the Ferraris in front. So we're looking pretty good at this stage of the day. We've got about, what, 1/3 race distance to go. So strategy, this safety car has kind of mixed things up. Nobody retired from this race under that safety car, so I've got no idea what caused it. Yeah, Ferrari with a 1-2 at the Italian Grand Prix. Ferrari engines are 1, 2, 3, 4 at the moment. And then an Aston Martin is 5th. How insane is that? I'm using Fanatec Formula V3s. Sorry, a Fanatec CSL Elite V3s even, I should say. Yeah, the plank wear might be a bit tricky towards the end, but we'll wait and see. My actual steering wheel is about £350. It was on offer on Fanatec a couple of weeks ago. It was on a really good... It was under 300. The only problem I've got at the moment is I would love to do some Fanatec wheel upgrades. But I need to move to QR2. I'm still on the original quick release. So I'd need to spend like €1,000 just upgrading all of the wheels I already own. And that then wouldn't even mean I'd buy a new wheel. This top 4 in 2026 would be wild.
Okay,
Ferrari and
Audi,
Audi,
go racing again.
top
The
of the
safety
F1
car
world.
is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember there's no overtaking until the timing line. Safety car in this lap.
All right, come on then. Let's see what we can do. Hamilton leading the way. It's been quite a long safety car here, but less than 20 laps to go. We are on much fresher tyres, but yeah, we'll see what the Ferraris can do. They can still be an absolute missile when they want to be. I've seen Leclerc finish the safety car and then waltz away from the rest of the field. Will he do the same here? Hamilton leading the way though. First race for him in front of the Tifosi inside F125 in this series. Look at that.
Okay, clear.
Ah! I thought I nailed the timing there
Okay,
on
mate, that
Charles.
was an illegal manoeuvre. You've got to cede that position or we'll receive a penalty.
I thought we absolutely nailed that one, and we would have gotten both into T1, but sadly not. Oh, you can already see, though, both Ferraris struggling. Trying to reheat those tyres. I want to try and work with Bortoleto, see if we can try and get a 1-2, because that would be insane. Oh, Charles got so much top-end speed. He knows they've got to try and keep us at bay.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
It has basically been Hamilton and I that have led most laps in this Grand Prix. Bortoletto's led a couple. I don't believe Leclerc's led any yet. This is the closest he has been to P1. But yeah, Alonso already struggling to keep up with your top pack. So I think it's going to be Sauber versus Ferrari, which I don't think is what any of us expected to see this afternoon. As Leclerc gets a bit loose, we get a bit loose. Norris is already back up to 5th then, so he's going to try and push on. Alright, we'll wait for the DRS. Nice and tidy through that final corner. Get the car to the apex. You can see how much those Ferraris are struggling in comparison. Right, let's go.
Okay,
let's go.
Stewards
Let's
have
go.
now enabled DRS.
No DRS.
DRS is now
Hamilton
online.
under pressure. Leclerc's actually going for it against Lewis. And again, top-end speed. Those Ferraris are just so fast. Oh, contact. Oh, what's going to happen here? Try and get around the outside of Charles. The Ferraris are tripping each other over. I'm hoping that'll allow us to get a run. We've got past one of them. Can we get a grande move on Lewis Hamilton for the lead of the Grand Prix? We're still side by side in towards the next chicane. Are we going to get it slowed down? Yes, we will. Oh, back up then into P1. Put a wheel through the gravel on the exit. That's not ideal. I'm not convinced we're going to stay here for very long temporarily. I think Hamilton might probably get a big run on me down in towards Ascari. The quicker we can build up a bit of a gap, the better. I'm hoping Bortoleto can try and follow us by, but that hasn't happened yet. So here we go. Leclerc and Hamilton, though, side by side. This should give us a chance to run away through the chicane. Leclerc still within a second for now. As long as we get back out of that DRS, I think the Ferraris are going to struggle to get back in it. Much older tyres, dead tyres against brand new mediums. Oh, look at that. You can see the drive off the corner. Oh, again, though, Leclerc just being strategic with his battery. And let's try and pull away. Oh, Hamilton, again, going back past him, though. So those Ferraris are, again, trying to put on a bit of a show at the moment. But hopefully this is going to help out Bortoleto. Look at that, Leclerc, again, trying to go around his outside through turn 1. We have been given a bit of a lifeline, though. That's immediately given us a 2-second buffer.
Okay, Nico, we're not using as much fuel as we need to, so let's burn through some more now so that we're not too heavy at the end of the race.
Forgot about that. Because of the safety car, fuel usage will be absolutely nothing. So, at least that's one more thing we don't have to worry about towards the end. Although I think generally, unless you go to like a Hungary or a Singapore, as long as we put 4 laps of fuel in, we should be good in most places. Hey, welcome in, Jazz. I'm doing very well, thank you, buddy. We are currently back in P1. I've got fresher tyres, softer tyres than the 2 guys behind me. And I'm just starting to believe that maybe a 1-2 for Sauber might be doable here, which will be quite a big turnaround for the team. Bortoleto moves past Hamilton as well. So he goes from leading this race less than 2 laps ago, so he's now not even on the podium. Is Bortoleto going to be able to get past Leclerc as well? Yeah, almost new fastest lap of the day. Come on, Big G. I've hyped up Big G so much this season. He's up to 2nd. Come on, get away from Leclerc. Let him battle those cars behind. Sauber 1-2 on raw pace alone, chap. This is, I mean, kind of helped by strategy, but not because of strategy. Neither of us need to pit again. Let's see how long we can control this. If I really wanted to try and risk it, I could be tempted to try and drop back and help Bortoleto out. But I am also thinking about the World Championship. We are hopefully going to take big points out of Max this weekend. So I want to make sure that we are going to get as many points as we can. Did Sauber get a 1-2 in Canada or 08? Was that a 1-2 finish in the end? It was a double podium, I remember that, but was it a 1-2? I don't really want to risk giving Bortoletto the DRS at the moment. I think the Ferraris are going to be enough of a nuisance anyway, unless like they battle with each other at a bad time or something. I think honestly we've just got to focus on our own championship.
Gap to your teammate behind, 3.9 seconds.
It would be Sauber's first, well, I guess it'd be their first 1-2 as a kind of fully independent entity, isn't it? Because they were obviously BMW Sauber when they got that 1-2. Yeah, the DRS isn't that powerful at Monza anyway. And to be honest, at the moment, I'm just happy where I am from. 12 laps to go, we have nothing to risk. I just want to try and control this race to the end. Although, as always, we have only had the one mechanical failure so far, so I'm getting slightly nervous about that. But we'll wait and see. It would be my luck to get a mechanical failure from the lead of the Grand Prix in a Sauber. Hey, welcome in, Unloaded Tiger. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Nice, nice. But to be fair, the car has felt pretty balanced for Ascari today. How broken is the game in Season 1 that can take Sauber to 1 and 3? I mean, the thing is, you've got to remember as well, the Sauber car is rapid at Monza. It's one of the quickest cars in a straight line because it's got a Ferrari engine. We've been able to do a lot of upgrades on it as well, which has massively helped. Like, we've got, in theory, the 4th best car now. So we should be better than, like, Mercedes and Aston Martin and stuff. But then Monza is a little bit weird anyway. But yeah, the fact that we've been able to get this car as competitive as we have, as quickly as we have, is quite, honestly, it's kind of surprised me. I figured by the end of Season 1 we might be best of the rest. But if we've got a car that can fight for a championship right from the get-go in Season 2, I'm not going to keep playing. How well do I think Cadillac will do next year? I don't think they'll be terrible or anything like that. I think they'll kind of be lower end, you know, get points here or there. But I don't think they're going to be, you know, world champions or anything like that immediately. Have to wait for their own engine before they can ever consider something like that. AI is on 110. The Ferraris did not pit under a recent safety car. So I've got like 15 lap fresher tyres on the Ferraris and softer tyres, hence why we're pulling away. Hence why Bortoletto was also still 3rd as well, and pulling away from Hamilton and Verstappen. So if Hamilton can't get back in the DRS of Bortoletto, at the very least we could be on for a double podium here. Norris, Verstappen, Lewis all seem to be tripping over each other, so this might give Leclerc and Big G a huge opportunity. I mean, the big question is for Cadillac, of course, is how good is the Ferrari engine going to be as well? Because that could completely kneecap a great car. Or, really, if they messed up the aero or something like that, could end up really hiding quite a bad car as well. It works both ways. That's the gamble you run. Yeah, Sauber is kind of proving to Ferrari how you drag one of their cars to victory here. I mean, to be fair to the Ferraris, they've been very quick today. They've arguably been the fastest car on paper, but they've just, in typical Ferrari fashion, messed up the strap. So we're just taking advantage of that as best as we can.
Okay, really, really good. You hit that target nicely. There's a long way to go in this race, so let's keep it clean.
Yeah, Red Bull are using Ford engines next year. Well, it's actually Red Bull engines, but they've just got Ford stickers on. So that is another really, really interesting one to see how they're going to get on. Okay, so Leclerc now seems to have settled down a bit. Bortoletto's still in 3rd, but he might be dropping out of the DRS. I'm just quite happy as well that the underbody damage seems to be making no difference until I do that. All we've got to do now is just try and control this at the front. Don't need to worry about anything else towards the end of this race. Big G has now got a 2-second gap over Norris, so he's looking good. Although he has, like I said, he's dropped out of Leclerc's range now, so he has got to be a little bit careful. I would so want to see Bortoleto get a podium. Both Saubers up on the podium here is not something I ever thought was going to be doable in Season 1. Unless we had, like, the craziest race of all time.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
Honestly, it would depend on what era the cars are in. There's so many things that you can kind of give to either driver. The thing is with both Lewis and Michael is they were able to build the team they had at the time completely around them. I think Lewis definitely had that ruthlessness in him as well, but it was just more the fact Lewis played dirty a lot less than Michael was willing to as well. Michael kind of set the standard for a modern Grand Prix driver, but the fact Lewis kind of saw as much success as he did, you know, again, I know people will kind of look at certain, you know, moments and things like that, flashpoints. But Lewis has been able to achieve so much success with a lot less controversy, which I think there's something to be said about that in itself. The third pedal is a clutch. I just obviously don't need that in Formula 1. But obviously if I'm like using a rally car or something like that, then I need the clutch. So Bortoleto now is just comfortably in third. He kind of needs Lewis and Lando to keep fighting behind him, because he might be under some pressure towards the end. Now I get hungry, chap. I didn't have a particularly big lunch today. Not that I normally have a big lunch, but still. Yeah, the car feels pretty good still. Rears are, well, definitely a little bit sketchy. Starting to see a couple of little errors coming in, but just because I'm trying to still push. Monza, again, is one of those circuits where I actually feel more confident pushing. A bit like Monaco, you've kind of almost got to maintain a bit of a flow state. The tyre weight's going to be fine to the end. I mean, that front right does nothing right here. No wonder we've got so much bite through a sky. Imagine Cadillac win both championships in 2026. I mean, it would be insane. That would be like Braun GP. 100% strike rate. The setup all in, rig, pedals, steering wheel, everything like that is probably about £3,000. But it is not what you need to start out with. Gotta remember, I play racing games as a full-time job. You don't need all this to start with. I've been lucky the fact that I've been able to invest in my work. That's what I was going to say, chat. For the first time all year last night, last week Tuesday had a few, but I actually had a McDonald's. That's why for the first 20 minutes or so of the stream I was a bit lethargic, because I had a bit of stomach ache. It's my first kind of like fast food meal of the entire year. Which is kind of mad when I think about it. We basically had a large fries each, and then 9 chicken select share box between us. Just because we were both going to have a chicken select meal. And it worked out cheaper. A, we had Coke at home, which we would have both had from McDonald's. And it meant last 2 and 2 got an extra chicken select. So by creating content on YouTube, on TikTok, on Twitch, on Facebook even as well, I'm able to monetize and obviously make a living from it all. Yeah, so I had 5 chicken selects and a large fries. And then a can of Coke Zero from them. It was quite good, but I would also say nowadays, because I don't go to McDonald's very much, it's not that cheap anymore, is it? I don't feel like it's, you know, what made kind of that kind of thing so popular for so long was how cheap it all was. It really isn't anymore. Like, I don't mind having it, but I am also there going, it's not particularly great value for money. Like, it's way more expensive than it used to be. I mean, last 212 and I, 9 times out of 10, will just make our own food at home. More often than that, it's like 99 out of 100. But yeah, I'm even less inclined to have a McDonald's when it costs, like, yeah, say 9 chicken selects and 2 large fries, I think there's almost 15 quid. Which I'm there going, I don't mind doing every once in a while, but I certainly wouldn't do that regularly. I would also have chicken nuggets, but last 212 prefers chicken selects. Yeah, wait until we cost up our wedding. Absolutely. I mean, we've got 5 laps to go, though, and we are just controlling this race up at the front. 15 is in 1-5, not 15. But you kind of think, if you're taking like a family of 4 out for a proper meal at McDonald's, you gotta be looking at about 40, 50 quid now, which is insanity. It is making me mouth water, though, thinking about it. Maybe it's just because I'm hungry. So, Bortoletto then has still got a 2-second gap over Norris, so he's looking pretty safe. Leclerc has hung on pretty well on those hard tyres as well. I mean, the Ferrari, they weren't wrecked on the Ferrari beforehand, they were going to make it to the end pretty comfortably, but I just figured that everybody else would have a bigger advantage. But when that Ferrari has got so much drive off of the corners around here, I can't say it's a massive shock that Leclerc's still been able to hang on pretty nicely. Audi will be fit in the championship this year. I don't think that would be a particularly bad result for them. I mean, Sauber's best ever result was 2nd, wasn't it? But that was because McLaren got disqualified. So really it was 3rd. They were a long way off 2nd now. Yeah, they were a long way off of Ferrari in 2007. Who do you think will perform next year, Hajar or Lindblad? Oh, I think Hajar. I reckon he's got a really good opportunity to kick on strong. New regs hopefully might mean that, you know, somebody's going to be able to kind of, not maybe keep up with Max, because obviously, of course, he's incredibly gifted, but you could end up with a Ricciardo and Vettel. People said the same thing about Sebastian at the end of 2013. No one was ever going to be able to match him, and then Ricciardo came in against the 4-time champ and immediately bested him. I wouldn't bet money on it that Hajar can do it, but I wouldn't also say it's impossible. But I would also say Max is more talented than Seb. Yeah, Lindblad had a bit of a topsy-turvy F2 season. I wouldn't have been shocked if they didn't give him a call-up. Come on, 3 laps to go though. I'd tell you what, the early, I honestly think still, although I know the safety car really did change things up, I do still firmly believe that soft stint at the start, despite the fact it wasn't the right way to go, how well we were able to manage the tyres did open up this race for us. Although I guess if we tried to lock ourselves in on a 2-stop, we probably would have still been pretty good, because that safety car would have come out at pretty much the perfect time. No, Big G! He's going to be battling with Lando down into turn 1. I really hope he hangs on for it. I so want to see Bortoletto up on the podium. But I'm not sure he's going to be able to do it. Unless he can get back past Lando pretty quick. Or they make some contact and Lando loses some wing. I think the dream for Big G might end up only being a P4 finish. Sacrifice the win just to get him on the podium. This is what Oscar would have had to done at the weekend if Lando was running 4th. Although I guess he wouldn't have, because obviously if Oscar was winning, he would have therefore beaten Max. And therefore, he wouldn't have won the championship, he would have beaten Max still. And therefore, he wouldn't have needed to sacrifice himself. I'm so happy that all those hypotheticals are now out of the window, that we don't have to worry about them anymore. Because that was so confusing. Yeah, it was Branson who made me wear the sunglasses. So tonight, chat, it is the new iRacing content. So I'm going to be jumping in. I'm going to be making a few videos with all the new stuff inside the game. New tracks. We've got Adelaide and Miami. I believe we've got, I think, at least 2 or 3 new cars. We've got like the new Porsche Cup car, which I'm very excited to try. The FIA Cross car as well, which looks pretty cool. That one's free. And then one more I feel like, but I can't remember off the top of my head. So I'm going to be jumping in with all that. Nice. Oh, Bortoletto's dropped away from Norris immediately. Damn it, man. He just does not have the pace right towards the end. Oh, I'm so gutted for him. He's driven such a good race today. That is disappointing. Whoa. Yeah, rears are still a bit loose. I won't be doing that live. I'll be making some videos with it over the next few days on Matt212 iRacing. Say, later on this week, obviously Thursday will be Creator Series iRacing, Thursday night. Friday, then we will probably do a chill Euro Truck Sim 3 later on in the evening as well.
Final lap.
One more lap to go then, here from the Temple of Speed, the Italian Grand Prix. And I tell you what, Ferrari, they will not be happy about one of their customer teams winning this race. Prior to this season, only one Ferrari customer had ever won a Grand Prix. That was here. That was Sebastian Vettel all the way back in 2008. Ferrari don't like it when their customers win, especially on home soil, especially when one of their own is going to follow us home in P2. But after messing up the strategy at the start, we nailed the soft compound run. We didn't push too hard. We bided our time. We worked with Hamilton at the front. We then moved to the hard sides, got a big undercut. Unfortunately, a safety car came out. That put us under a little bit of jeopardy towards the end of the afternoon. But through the final few corners, though, of the Italian Grand Prix, this is going to be win number 5 of the season. I knew the Sauber was going to be good here, but I was not expecting us to have this much pace around this track. One more corner to go. Hulkenberg is winning around some classic F1 venues this season. Out of the final corner, Sauber will be back on the top step of the podium yet again. Get in there.
Absolutely awesome. Just amazing, mate. Well done.
Happy with that, chap. And I think we only got one warning all day as well, so I'm genuinely really happy with the way I drove. We kept it clean, we kept it tidy, and we got the result in the end. P1.
And Nico Hulkenberg,
listen to that.
can grab a podium and a podium for victory. Hulkenberg
I mean, that's another Hulk win this year. And we took good points out of Max as well in that race. I don't want to believe that the championship fight is on. But if Verstappen proved anything IRL, it's that you can never give up. Most of our points, though, this season have been picked up with wins. We do either seem to win or not score, which is quite an inconsistent issue.
It's what they've
but
all
I'm happy
been
with that.
racing
Very happy
towards.
with that.
Waiting for them, high above the pit lane, is our podium. And for the lucky 3, it's time to stand on it.
That was good fun, though. I really enjoyed that one. I know it was obviously, it's Monza, it's always going to be a little bit of a shorter one. But happy, though, despite the fact I had to do some other stuff earlier on. Happy that we were still able to get a Hulk race in today. I am really just trying to kind of stream a bit more as and when I can as well. I know, obviously, I put the schedule up on Discord each week. But I am just trying to make sure that I'm doing as many streams, kind of here and there. Chuck them up a little bit randomly. Which is always good fun. Always good fun.
It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula 1 action, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Well, there we go then. Despite the safety car, still that race took less than 75 minutes. Which is pretty good going there. 11 seconds clear of Leclerc in the end. Norris will come through for third ahead of Big G. And Hamilton, pole position, led so much of that Grand Prix. He will only come through for 6th in a Red Bull sandwich. Oscar Piastri, George Russell, Fernando Alonso all inside your top 10. So it was kind of, yeah, your big 4 teams there. And then Aston Martin and Mercedes each getting 1 car in. And Andrea Kimi Antonelli, the lone Italian on our grid. The only driver that failed to see the checkered flag. What does that do to our World Championship? Well, it means we are now back ahead of Lewis. 2 points ahead of him. 2 points behind George Russell. And now 116 back behind Verstappen. Charles Leclerc, though, 54 away from the Dutchman. So we could still see a bit of a championship fight, especially between our top 4. Constructors-wise, we take good points out of Mercedes as well. Only 11 back now. So if Bortoleto can maintain that kind of pace later on in the year, could still be a good fight on our hands. Ferrari re-jump Red Bull, 5 points in it between them, as they are both still less than 40 away from McLaren. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed, and we'll be back very soon, ready for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Oh, there we go, chat. There we go. That's been good fun. I've enjoyed that one. I'm going to end the stream fairly quickly, though, because I've got to try and sort out some T-bits for Last 212 and I. So before I forget, I'm going to end the short format streams there as well. But a massive, massive thank you to everybody for stopping by. We should be live again, like I said, Thursday evening with Creator Series. Oh, I've accidentally... No, I haven't closed everything, luckily. So yeah, make sure you're back for that. Or Friday evening, we're going to be doing some chilled Euro Truck Sim as well. Which should be good fun. But yeah, I'll end the short format streams there, though. Thank you, everybody. And hopefully I'll see you back soon.